Coming up on Global Business, rebuilding consensus on cooperation. The 6th China International Import Expo held in Shanghai sets new record with deals signed at the event amounting to nearly $80 billion. And U.S. companies taking part in the CIIE see it as a crucial platform for fostering mutually beneficial cooperation. We found out their expectations for the upcoming CIIE. And over in Beijing, the annual conference of the Financial Street Forum has wrapped up. We focus on major topics discussed during the forum as a digital and green finance. Good evening from CGTN headquarters in Beijing. This is Global Business. I'm Lily Lu. We have encouraging news out of the 2023 China International Import Expo on Friday, as the number of signed deals hits a record-breaking of nearly $80 billion. Wu Bing has more.
Officials from the China International Import Expo Bureau delivered the news on the final day of the 6th edition of the gathering that's attracted the participants from every corner of the globe.
据统计，本届进博会
The total value of intended deals made on a yearly basis at the 6th China International Import Expo has reached $78 billion, $410 million, a 6.7% increase year on year.
Over 3,400 companies from nearly 130 countries and regions have taken part in the 6th China International Import Expo. That includes nearly 300 of the global 500 companies and industry giants, making it the biggest expo ever. The U.S. government also sent 17 groups to join for the first time, ranging from state governments and companies to industry associations. The president of American Chamber Shanghai says the results have been unexpectedly good.
As of November the 10th, our exhibitors successfully signed $505 million in deals, and this is just the beginning.
The U.S. had the most booths this year, and many American brands praised the platform for helping to launch new products.
We feel the expo is a good platform for the introduction of new brands, so we are also looking forward to more opportunities in future.
And it's not just the big guys winning. Small and medium-sized businesses have also been prioritized, with new sessions connecting them to buyers and sellers.
We organized for the first time the investment and docking sessions for SMEs. From the 6th to 8th, we held a total of 5 sessions and invited cross-border e-commerce businesses, suppliers, and cooperatives, as well as supermarkets.
This year marks China's 45th anniversary since the launch of reform and opening up, and the record-breaking deals at the 6th edition of the Expo show China is determined to continue its high-level reform while promoting a more open global economy. Wu Bin, CGTN, Shanghai.
At this year's CIIE, the exhibition area is more than twice as big as it was at the first expo 6 years ago. CIIE has been continuously luring new exhibitors, while old partners just keep coming back. Our reporter Zhang Shixuan talked to several executives of multinational companies about their confidence in the market here. Take a look. An exhibition area spanning more than 360,000 square meters, featuring 6 main sections. This is the 6th China International Import Expo, but it's the first for Adeline Franger-Schraki, the Greater China CEO of the French shipping giant.
I understand that there are over 3,000 exhibitors from 150 countries, and I have been to many shows overseas in the past, and none of them had the scale and the variety that I have seen here at CIIE, so mostly impressed. And so we value tremendously the exchanges between China and France and China and the world.
Green development is a topic under discussion almost everywhere across the exhibition area this year, as China has been an ideal place to develop new green solutions. German optical tech developer Zeiss, also attending a 6th CIIE, has been sharing successful case studies for localization and innovation.
China is the largest single market for the Carl Zeiss Group, and we clearly see a bright future in China. China is really becoming an innovation hub in industrial terms and also in research and development. So here we are entering a lot of cooperations with Chinese companies Some of them are our customers, where we are developing new applications for them and even going global with them. Others is with smaller startup companies, where we are investing or co-investing or actually taking over the distribution and integrating into our products.
Pharma giant Roche signed several agreements during the expo with Chinese companies and associations to strengthen its local supply chain.
Since we entered the China market in 1994, we have become the first biotech firm that has arranged the full production line here. In the future, we will constantly introduce new technologies to China and launching innovative products. China has a vast population, so we still have room to dig deeper.
The business exhibition of the CIIE this year features a record-high 289 of the world's top 500 enterprises and industry giants. 张世璇, ICS with CGTN, Shanghai.
And for the very first time, the United States took part in the 6th China CIIE at a federal level. Numerous U.S. companies participating in the expo viewed it as a crucial platform for fostering people-to-people exchanges and mutually beneficial cooperation. And these companies also shared their expectations for the upcoming edition. Our Su Xingbo has more.
This year's China International Import Expo has several impressive U.S. pavilions, as the country sent its largest and the most influential delegation to the expo in its 6-year history. With over 200 exhibitors representing various industries such as agriculture, semiconductor, and medical devices, American enterprises emphasized that this event has provided them with a remarkable opportunity to expand their presence in the Chinese markets.
The exhibited American food and agricultural products are very distinctive, especially those from small and medium-sized enterprises. Thanks to the CIIE, we have inked cooperation agreements with the U.S. Ministry of Agriculture. Representatives from our member companies said it has been a fruitful event for them.
In here at CIIE, we certainly have had some accomplishments. We've been able to sign 7 specific agreements, trade framing agreements, and we're going to be here next year. We've already signed up for that, and so we will certainly be participating and looking forward.
The surge of U.S. enterprises eagerly expanding their business in China can be attributed to their unwavering confidence in Chinese markets and recognition of the remarkable potential that the Chinese market holds.
China is the most competitive market in the world, but at the same time, the largest manufacturing, one single largest manufacturing market in the world. So everything that we end up being able to do and be successful here, we could pretty much duplicate it elsewhere in the world and make it successful.
As highlighted by several delegates, trade stands as the most effective avenue for creating win-win opportunities between China and the U.S. Rather than seeking to decouple from one another, the focus in bilateral trade ties should be on promoting cooperation and pursuing shared advantages, they said.
We do better by working together. It's interesting that over the last couple of years, with the interruptions and also with some trade spats back and forth, the U.S. and China continue to do record amounts of trade for the last couple of years. At the sessions I've been at so far, even today, what I've heard is company after company talking about, number one, how important China is a market for them, number two, how they've had success here because of this collaboration, whether it be research or trade or supply chains. And I think it's important to keep in mind that we've always had our points of difference, but what we need to do is to emphasize the areas where we can cooperate together. There's nothing better than trade to allow us to see the win-win opportunities.
Looking towards the future, a significant number of U.S. businesses who have made their debut at Expo hold positive exhibitions for the prospects ahead. Furthermore, there is a shared understanding among participants of this year's CIIE that the China-U.S. relationship is becoming increasingly interconnected. Both the CIIE and the upcoming APEC meeting in San Francisco are seen as a channel that will further enhance business activities, cultural exchanges, and senior-level dialogues, with the ultimate aim of cultivating a stronger and more robust bilateral relationship. Su Xingbo, CGTN, Beijing.
Well, today is the final day of the 6th China International Import Expo, and for more discussions on the key highlights of this year's CIIE, we're now joined by Ying Xiaopeng, Dean of the Research Institute for Global Value Chains at the University of International Business and Economics. Mr. Ying, great to have you on the show. How does the Expo contribute to the reconstruction of a global consensus on cooperation among nations and international stakeholders?
Thanks, Lily. I think this export played a very important role, and also like symbolic role to rebuild the global confidence for on cooperation. As we know, if you need global cooperation for the recovery of the global economy, and every economy should be open its market. So that's this export not only to show people the Chinese government is confident and is promised to keep the open policy, and also they want to show people this how can conduct this in detail by the import and export to every businessman. Yeah. So.
And also, Mr. Ying, what specific trends characterize China's consumption recovery do you see, and in what ways do these trends offer tangible benefits to businesses on a global scale?
Well, I guess this kind of export to show people some in details, so that it's very helpful for global businessmen, especially for the small and medium firms who maybe have the few contact with China and Chinese market. And as we know, the Chinese market is almost the largest consumption market in the world in most of sectors. So this export to show people the Chinese economy recovery is gradually, maybe from the household product first, and they follow up with durable goods. And also they can follow the trend, and through the contact with the businessmen in China, in detail, in person, that will have the real return and benefit for global business. Yeah, thank you.
Great insights. Thank you very much, Mr. Ying Xiaopeng, Dean of the Research Institute for Global Value Chains at the University of International Business and Economics for us. And you're watching Global Business, still to come here on the program. The annual conference of the Financial Street Forum has wrapped up in Beijing on Friday, and we focus on the major topics being discussed during the forum, such as digital and green finance. Decode China's financial trends.
Looking forward, see how finance empowers the real economy and champions sustainable growth.
Looking abroad, explore how it fuels the Belt and Road and Yuan's international rise.
Stepping up towards digital transformation and high-quality development. Join us at the 2023 Financial Street Forum, where China's financial heart beats stronger. Well, the Financial Street Forum 2023 concluded in Beijing on Friday with a focus on financial reform, openness, and innovation under the theme of strengthening financial cooperation for a better future. The event gathered over 400 experts, scholars, and entrepreneurs from the financial sector, representing 30 countries and regions. Our reporter Olivier He brings you more details from the closing ceremony.
The 2023 Financial Street Forum annual meeting seeks to promote economic sharing and achieve mutually beneficial outcomes in light of the current global economic and financial landscape. At the closing ceremony, representatives from international financial institutions, government officials, industry experts and scholars delivered speeches focused on building China into a financial powerhouse and enhancing financial cooperation.
When it comes to developing our country into a financial powerhouse, there is no denying the importance of managing financial risks. Moreover, I believe that it is crucial for us to expand our government loan. By doing so, we can enable global investors to reap the benefits of China's economic and financial progress.
Other financial experts have noted that China currently holds one of the largest positions in global investment. They strongly advise continuous improvement in the structure of overseas assets in order to maximize the income generated from these investments.
In addition to the dialogues, the closing ceremony of this year's Financial Strait Forum also announced 10 achievements, showcasing the annual meeting's ability to drive the implementation and transformation of new businesses and projects, and to further support regional economic development. Olivia He, CGTN, Beijing.
Chinese President Xi Jinping will meet with U.S. President Joe Biden in San Francisco from November 14th to 17th. President Xi will also attend the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Economic Leaders meeting at the invitation of President Biden, the Foreign Ministry said on Friday. And during the 2023 Financial Street Forum, the spotlight was on new opportunities in digital physical integration, where participants advocated for the advancement of the seamless integration of digital technology and the physical economy. Our reporter Aaron Liu has more.
In this forum, the guests discussed how to further strengthen the construction of the digital economy and promote the two-way convergence of digital technology and financial industry trends.
We should focus on 5 major areas, including technology finance, digital finance, and use more financial resources to promote technological innovation, advanced manufacturing, green development, and small and micro enterprises.
Our leaders back in London announced that they plan to use a blockchain-enabled sort of ecosystem, a walled garden, to enable faster flow, faster exchange of data, getting access to some of our data at the London Stock Exchange in a very secure environment.
为此，我们决定成立收支普惠中心。
We have decided to establish a digital inclusive center focusing on the financial needs of small, medium, and micro enterprises and private enterprises, increasing resource input, promoting service thinking, and helping to further alleviate the difficulties and high costs of financing.
As the main department serving the physical economy, the Digital Inclusive Center has increased the application of digital technology in banks, which is a specific application of new technology. Also during the financial forum, the Xicheng district of Beijing announced several measures to accelerate the development of the modern financial industry.
Since the introduction of the 10 financial service measures, I believe the biggest characteristic is the commitment to implementation. This year's policies have strengthened incentive policies for foreign institutions and talents, and also included representative offices of well-known foreign institutions in the scope of support.
And for insurance company, which is the most important, because when the insurance company do the underwriting, they need to have accurate information, so that the pricing could be good, sustainable, and people like the premiums that they pay.
Aaron Liu, CGTN, Beijing.
And earlier, my colleague Michelle Vandenberg spoke to Li Jianjun, Vice President of the Central University of Finance and Economics, on the sidelines of the forum about the crucial opportunities and challenges in the realm of digital finance.
Digital finance helps expand financial access for individuals and small businesses, thereby improving efficiency for smaller financial institutions. Digital finance services also play a pivotal role in driving market growth, consumption, and investment. It also utilizes big data and intelligent tools for precise risk assessment, resulting in reduced costs and approval times, thereby enhancing the overall service efficiency. Lastly, digital finance helps in empowered regulation by helping regulators establish real-time and intelligent oversight and effectively mitigating systematic risks in the financial industry.
You talked a lot about risk management. What do you think are the main risks and challenges associated with China's digital finance?
First, the surge in data production poses a challenge in distinguishing what's valuable among the noisy and false information. Second, protection, privacy, and trade secrets is also paramount in mining financial data. Mechanized algorithms in digital finance give rise to ethical concerns, including issues like big data discrimination and AI-driven fraud. Third, inadequate computing power hardware security and software vulnerabilities also hinder the efficiency of digital finance. As data production grows exponentially, failure to match technological advancements with these demands affect usability and trigger concerns about the security of financial data storage.
As a finance professor, what are your thoughts on the cultivation of financial talents in China?
It is necessary to ensure that the direction of talent development aligns with national development and emphasizes the integration of technology and finance to foster interdisciplinary and versatile financial professionals. It is also a must to strengthen collaboration between educational institutions, businesses, and government departments. Such strong ties would help ensure educational programs adapt to the evolving needs of the financial sector.
And also at the Financial Street Forum 2023, one of the main topics for discussion was the ESG strategy of enterprises. Our reporter Xu Yi followed the session and files this report.
So, what is ESG and what does it matter? ESG, an emerging term with 3 pillars: environmental, social, and governance, actually a rating system that is to evaluate companies based on their performances in these areas. It matters because it helps to quantify a company's social impacts and to promote responsibility, sustainability, and governance practices. China, with its recent commitment to attaining dual carbon goals, presents a significant opportunity for ESG strategy. And how can Chinese firms achieve more with this? I've got some insights from the 2023 Financial Street Forum. Lu Xuedu, an expert in carbon neutrality and climate change, emphasizes in his foreign address that technology-driven ESG play a crucial role in contributing to sustainable development.
ESG, a relatively new concept in China, primarily aims to guide investment institutions in identifying targets with long-term investment value, building resilient enterprises capable of enduring. And if Chinese companies universally adopt the ESG system, it holds the potential to significantly contribute to achieving dual carbon goals in the country.
Experts highlight that a challenge in ESG strategy development is the establishment of more fitting standards. The International Sustainability Standards Board has introduced its inaugural standards for ESG, marking the onset of a new era for sustainability-related disclosures in global capital markets. Meanwhile, the Beijing Green Exchange has initiated the drafting of a series of ESG-related standards.
We found that more than 90% of the listed companies in the Hong Kong and Asia markets had not established a sound system to measure these climate-related risks, nor had a sound carbon emission management system or data system. If we have a complete standardized system globally, then we will have a higher reputation for overseas investors, and foreign capital, especially green capital, will be more willing to flow into the Chinese market.
About regulation, the key process is information disclosure, which is to help promote better and more efficient location for asset allocation. This is a direction for global firms to contribute to carbon reduction.
And the Fortune magazine recently published a white paper focusing on Chinese ESG pioneers. According to public data from MSCI ESG ratings, over a third of Chinese companies have demonstrated improvement in the last 5 years. Xu Yi, CGTN, Beijing.
Bank of China has recently listed the initial set of green bonds valued at $770 million on the Nasdaq Dubai Exchange in the UAE and featuring Belt and Road participating countries. With an eye on further collaboration in green development, Dubai hosted a side event during the annual conference of the Financial Street Forum. CGTN's Jim Stammen has more.
The annual conference of the Financial Street Forum wraps up today in Beijing and its sub-venues around the world, including Dubai, which of course is the Middle East's leading business hub. The mission behind the event is a timely one, especially as COP28 is just around the corner, and it is to strengthen green financial cooperation with Belt and Road participating countries. Interest in the gathering has been solid, coming at a time when China has emerged as a top trading partner for the UAE as well as other Gulf nations. Non-oil trade between the Emirates and China amounted to nearly $77.33 billion in 2022. That's according to the UAE government, and is also an 80% increase since 2018. Now, the rise in interest is also reflected among the attendees of the Dubai gathering, which attracted top executives from entities such as the investment arm of First Abu Dhabi Bank, that's the UAE's largest lender, Investcorp, HSBC Bank, and Emirates NBD, Dubai's largest bank. They all participated in discussions on strengthening two-way sustainable investments with China. This as the Gulf continues to emerge as a go-to destination for attracting international capital, while also being viewed by Beijing as a key stop on its Belt and Road Initiative, paving the way for future collaborations across sectors such as high-end manufacturing for years to come. Jim Stedman, CGTN, Dubai.
And also at this year's CIIE, there is a hall that gathers high-end equipment manufacturers and smart technology companies. Exhibitors showcase cutting-edge innovation that shapes the future, from AI-driven vehicles to sustainable solutions for agriculture, and they promise a smart and digital future coming soon. Da Kai has more.
Hey everybody, it's Kai here. Now we're at the China International Import Expo. As you can see, it's as crowded as ever. And today, we're going to check out some of the latest technologies on display here. Let's move. Here I spotted a fancy car. I've been told that it has an AIGC or AI generated content feature. And its screen can pretty much answer all your questions. So I guess even if you're driving all by yourself, you may never feel alone. In here, you see a massive car about 10 times the size. The staff here said that this is so far the largest harvester, or at least one of the largest harvesters used in agriculture. Talking about agriculture, here we see a plantation factory. We got light, we got temperature control, we got humidity control, and more. All this to empower agriculture and take it to the next level. Exhibitors believe that the digital and green future is what we're going to see soon enough, and that future is coming even faster with platforms like the China International Import Expo.
We actually have been on the CIIE all years. This is because we highly value to be here. So I think it's really taking off and being much more interesting for a company like us, thus also embracing both the green agenda and likewise underlining the importance of digitalization as an enabler.
It is an open market, it's full of innovation, it's a lot of attraction to the foreign players as well as the innovation you can see from the Chinese players in all industries and walks of life. China market is the market we will keep investing and keep providing our sustainable digitalized solution.
Being here today and seeing all the innovation that is coming and that's soon to come to our world, right, to improve people's lives, it's very exciting.
The technologies showcased here are bits and pieces that are going to shape the future. The exhibitors are confident with opportunities like this to get together with their potential partners. The future is already here.
And with that, I'm wrapping up this edition of Global Business here on CGTN. I'm Lulu in Beijing. Thanks for being with us. Till next time, bye for now.